Hello everyone, I am back with another episode of Vanilla to Beyond, and today in this episode we are planning to make the kitchen. Now with the kitchen I obviously need to extend the house, which shouldn't be too difficult. All I need to do is kind of extend... No, we can't extend out that way though. We're going to have to extend out this way. So I do need the glass, because we're going to have to break this, unfortunately. And then we're going to have to extend out to here, just like that. We are going to need the dirt. Oh, that's gotten it close to that portal. And then we just want to make the kitchen a little bit further forward. Do I do this? Maybe. So if I just... no, I don't want that. I don't like that. Don't like that one bit. If we just do this all the way across. And extend it out to about there. Then we can make the kitchen extend out a little bit. So it would stop here and then come around like so, and voila, kitchen. I'm Barry Scott. Bang bang, kitchen gun. And this is where we're going to make our kitchen. But first we're going to sleep. Let's not hold the sacrificial knife in my hand. What some sort of fool am I? So then we want to do this. And then possibly that. And then we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we do that there, now we should be able to go to sleep. Now we've just got a giant hole in the wall at the side. And then we want to put these here. Actually, we'll only have one, because then we can have a window this side as well. Like that. And then we can just fill that in like that. And there we have it. There is the start of... I got really confused outside, I'm sorry. I was intrigued on what someone was doing outside of my window. But now we've started that off, I am going to need more wood. I'm also going to need oak wood, because that's what we used for the sides. And voila! Huzzah! We have done it. Well, not exactly yet, but I do need an axe. Because we need to chop all of this. Since we wanted an open space. Like so. And now we also need to get some oak wood. Which, thank you to this magnificent bridge that we made, we can get across here quite quickly. It still doesn't mean that we can chop this tree down as quick as I want to, but it's perfectly fine. We'll try our best to get as much wood as possible and chop this godforsaken tree down. Because I don't want a floating tree. I like it when it's clean. Right, this might be a bad idea, but it has to be done just to find and together every piece of wood so the tree can stop floating. Is there any more wood over here? Yeah, there's another one there. Is there more wood under me then? Because this part's not actually connected. Here it's there. There's one piece of wood. 2 piece. We may have made a little problem. Can we jump back over? Yes, we can. And then we can chop that log. But yes, all we want to do at the moment is get rid of this floating tree. That is the main goal. Get rid of floating tree is goal number 1. Goal number 2 is to make my kitchen. Is it really? Oh my god. Reach it. There we go. That should get rid of that, right? No, there's another piece. There we go. And then obviously once we've got rid of this whole tree, we should have enough wood to make me kitchen. Yeah, let's try not to get rid of the wood that I can get from here. Ow! No! Right. That should be good enough for now, I guess. We just have to run around finding all the little bits of wood now. 23. 23 should be enough. But next time, floating trees, you shall be gone. Be gone, devil. Yeah. I did that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it might not be enough. I've just realised because I do this as well. Oh no. Oh no, I know. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dearie dear. Yeah. Not enough. Right, is there any smaller oak trees that I can get rid of? Because otherwise that's going to take forever. Or I could steal from the village. Only the corners. Only the corners. I won't steal anything else, just the corners of the building. So then they can still stay safe within their home. I just need the wood. And it's infuriating the fact that that floating tree is high. Higher than the sky. It's high. Now if we do this across here, like so, we should have enough. And voila! Hoopla! Now we need the spruce wood. Put that there. And now we need our windows. And then a window here. And then we need our 2 torches. I will need more than 2, obviously, but for the time being, We are having an open floor kitchen. I also need to make a ton of these, since this is what we made the roof out of last time. Boom. Now, we go back downstairs, we grab some more torches, we go back upstairs, we put one here, one either side of there, and then one in this corner. Now we have a suitable kitchen. But now comes the hard part, because we need kitchen floor. Now, it was very difficult to think of which style I wanted, but then I thought black and white seems to be perfectly fine in my opinion. But we need black concrete and white concrete. To make concrete, we need gravel, sand, and black dye. Which we have got black dye, we have got sand, and we've got gravel. But then we also need white concrete. Oh wait, that's what I've just realised. I'm looking at it wrong. That's white concrete powder that I was looking at. What are the uses? Can you use a normal furnace? No, you have to use a casting basin. Well, it looks like I'm going to the Nether then. This is going to be fun. Because it looks like I'm going to have to get the quartz to make me white part of the stone, well, floor, sorry, the white part of the floor, and then we're going to have to can we ignore what that was, please? This pigman's gonna get annoyed with me, I know he will. But I could not care less. Okay, he's not got annoyed with me. But that is only 2. That makes 12 when we have 2. Let me just grab some more of this. Oh, come on. Let me up. Some more. Don't. Wait. You're not attacking me. Okay. Does the wizard armor make me immune or something? Because it's not made of gold. That's why they normally attack you unless you're wearing gold. Unless it's because there's gold parts in it. That's kind of mind-boggling. Because in vanilla they were attacking me. And the only thing that was wrong is I didn't wear gold. And it's not exactly as if the pigmen are attacking me for picking up the nether quartz either. Which is kind of confusing. Since they normally go after you for picking up nether quartz, I swear they are. Like, I'm even mining this right next to the pigment, baby pigment on a chicken. And it doesn't care. That's confusing, man. There's even a bastion there. Look. Look at it. Look. A bastion. This is insane. What in the world? So now we mainly need to go and find coal in the overworld. That's if we can find a way back to the overworld. Because I didn't exactly put a waypoint down. I swear I came from over here somewhere though. Yeah, I did. Let's jump over that lava so we don't get burnt by it. This cloud in the bottle is so... Ow! What in the world was that? Stay out of my portal. Drop bear claw. Oh, look at it. Look at the beautiful bridge. Well, not that side. Yes, I still haven't done it. Okay, shush. I will do it in my spare time. I did say. But look at the beautiful bridge. The reflections on the beautiful bridge. Might help if I could speak. But the reflections. The reflections! I've done my little moment now. Alright, time for bed. Obviously the chests will be moved. But we also need to find out how much we need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's 13 times 5, which is 50, 65. So I need 65 of the floor. Which seems fun. Right, so we've mined out the floor. We need 65 of these, which... that makes 7. You get 12 in each. So yeah, that's fine. And then... we need to start thinking about the oven, the fridge, which the fridge is quite easy, a chest and an iron door. And then these do need to go downstairs. But, going to state this now, not actually got that much coal. We're saying we need blocks of coal to make this. Like so. So, the idea might have to be... I shall be back in just a second once I've grabbed my coal. Right, so we're back, but we're not back the way I wanted to be, okay? Because we found no coal at all. I forgot my backpack, and we've also come across another... Ooh, what's that? Creates 3 snaring projectiles. Ooh. We've also come across another mob spawner, and it is another zombie... Oh, God's sake. It is another zombie spawner, which is kind of depressing, because I love how I say I forgot my backpack. That's like the 3rd backpack I've got now. And now we can pick up everything. And even though we couldn't find coal, we found coal in the chest, so that's even better. But we can still only make like 1 block of coal out of that. Let's see what we can kind of get away with by putting it in here. That's all I can get away with. Right, back to looking for coal. As I said a couple of minutes ago, I shall be back. Where am I? Yeah, I'll definitely be back soon. I've kind of lost my way home. Oh no, I haven't. So I'll be back in a second, and I shall have more coal than what I did have. Oh my god, as if the spawn is straight down there. I'm sorry, I keep... And there's diamonds here. I must have been blind. No way. More Inferium. Nice. Yes, I know I'm trying to look for coal. I'll look for the coal, and I shall be back with you in a second. That sounds like a lot of skeletons. Another zombie spawner. What? I only found like 1 spawner in vanilla, and in modded I'm just finding all of the spawners. Gonna put anything in here? Please say I can. Nice. Because there's 2 chests again. Obviously, normally it's either 1 or 2 chests anyway. But, oh my life. Can I put anything else in here? Yes, I can. At least I'm getting a load of salt as well, I guess. That I can actually use. Give me amplify. Mana steel. Can't put any of them in the backpack. And we're just gonna have to leave that how it is. No. What's over there? I want to go and check over there, but I can't. But I can check over there. I have wood. We'll go and check over here, and then I promise it's the last time I'm bringing you back. I will look for coal. I'm just getting very sidetracked with everything we are finding. And then I'll just make this like this, just so we don't fall off into the chasm. So, no, I do, I guess. And then let's just make it a little bit more. There we go. So, more coal. Sugar. Okay. So if we just place that there like that. So we definitely want the gold, because gold is good. Just make sure that I can't fit anything else in there. Get the diamond, I can fit that in the bag. Rotten flesh I don't really care about. The sugar, on the other hand, is good for my food. Now then, is there any coal in here before I have to disappear? You watch. I won't find any coal down here. But now we've found 3 mob spawners. We're going to find another one in the next 5 to 10 minutes. And if we do, I'm going to be miffed, because that means we could have made a proper mob spawner instead of the dodgy one that's at the bottom of bedrock. If we can find one closer to the surface as well, that'll make it even worse. So please, game, please don't be a spawner closer to the surface, because we've got this one. We also have the one over here. The one over there. And we have the one over there. So there's actually 3 spawners. Oh, damn. Wait, what's that? A named entity. But I promise, hand on heart, I think. Left, yeah. Hand on heart, I will be right back. Once we have found coal. Right, so now I've found my coal, and I've been successful in my adventures of finding coal. It took me a while, but I've still got it. The annoying thing about this, though, is where said coal was. Now, if I go back the way I came, which was up here, I will show you where I found most of my coal, which is infuriating, but nice at the same time. So, the first lot of coal I found in that up there, the second lot I found down there, which is literally just across from the house. So it wouldn't have taken me that long at all if I literally just went across the bridge and went over to there. Now we have enough gold. We should be able to make the blocks of coal needed, which we can indeed. To make, I think 48 should be enough. If not, then we'll make some more. All of this literally just for a floor. But I was kind of upset how I didn't make a floor for the actual house originally. So this just needed to definitely have a floor. We only need 1 more set. And then we'll have a couple left over. And then that can all go in there. So we've got 64 back in there. We've got some more food. And voila! Kitchen done. Well, not done, but we know. Well, you know what I mean. We've got an actual settlement. Now, if we go downstairs, grab some of the iron. I'm going to need more iron than that. Probably the rest of the iron. And then I need the wood, because we want to be greedy and have, like, let's say... Oh no, we're going to have to make 2 of them. Let's just say 3 fridges. Because the thing with the fridges is, I think it only stacks up to 2. It does. So we'll have 1 there. We'll have 1 here. And then we'll just have one in this corner. So then we've got 3 fridges, which then we don't have to use the chests downstairs no more for our food. We can use the chests upstairs. We also need... Oh no. I should have saved some of that iron. I swear I brought some iron back with me. 3. Have I got any more downstairs? In raw iron form. I have. Thank goodness for that. So we can now put that in there. And what else was it that we needed? We needed black stained glass. Which means that we need to go downstairs for sand. No, we don't, because we've got glass there. And we need the mob drops, like the ink sac, to make black dye. Then put the black dye in the middle of the glass to make black stained glass. And then we need a furnace, which a furnace is straightforward. We just go boop. There's a furnace. That's all done, so now all we need is this across the top, furnace in the middle, and boom. We have an oven. Now all we need is the cabinets. The cabinets, the spice rack, and the sink, which the sink is... needs more iron, what a surprise! But we do need terracotta, so... I think... Is there any clay around here? There should be a lot of clay in the... No, god damn it. There should be a lot of clay in the water. I don't know what to do with the rest of this. I'll just go and chuck it in this chest where I've been chucking everything else for the time being. But, yes, there should be a lot of clay in the water. We do need that shovel, to be precise. So, we'll go and check the water for the clay. Any clay? Any clay? Any clay? 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 No, I'm just seeing sand at the moment and it's not helping how it's going dark. So maybe we want to go and sleep first and then clay. Sleep first, then clay. There should be clay in the water. Should be. Because normally there's a lot of clay in the water. Especially in modded, since it's useful. There we go, look, clay. I knew there'd be some somewhere. Because we are going to need a lot of this anyway to make grout later on for our smeltery. And then once the smeltery is done, then ores can become into liquid form. We'll just grab all of this clay and try not to drown at the same time. Which luckily it's not too far under the water. If it was too far under the water I wouldn't even be doing this. Oh no, that's sand. There is more clay down there though, I can see it. Here's more clay. And then the last little bits over in this side is there. Have a little breathing hole look. It was like I could see through the floor. That's salt. Any more clay? There probably is. I highly doubt it very much that that's the only clay we've got around here. But that's all the clay that we need at the moment. And then we need to turn them into blocks of clay, smelt the blocks of clay, to then turn it into this. Which we do need that, which means we need 2 diamonds and 2 crafting tables. And we also need a book. 2 diamonds and 2 crafting tables. I still don't understand this recipe though. There's 2 crafting tables, 2 diamonds, the book, which needs to go in there. And then it should turn into that, which it has done. Then we need to put that there, these 2 there, them 2 there, to make that. We need granite. Did I have any granite on me? I don't think I did. So we need to get some granite, polished granite. There it is. And then we need to put this across the top, this around like so, and boom. There is the assorted vegetables. Oh my god. I didn't know you could do that. Obviously, later on down the line, we do want frying pans, a saucepans, a pot, a tray. But for the time being, I think that is perfectly fine the way it is. Apparently, that's all that takes. So if we try to make 1... Do we want to make 1 cupboard? Well, we do want the sink, to be fair, but we've not got enough iron. Unless I miraculously pull iron from my backside, which is highly unlikely. Partner's coming back with the little one. So, unfortunately, this is how the kitchen's going to stay. Tomorrow's episode, I will finish off the kitchen. I'll make sure that I get clay. Make sure to comment yelling at me saying, "Get the clay!" Because otherwise I won't get the clay. Because I procrastinate a lot. Like, these videos I make because I enjoy. The grinding part, without making the videos, I don't enjoy. So, to stop me from procrastinating, turn around and go, "Right, Josh," because, by the way, if no one knew, my name is actually Josh, not Hearthwolf, because why would it be? But, either way, you turn around and go, "Josh, get the goddamn clay." And I'll probably do it. And if I don't, then I don't know. But other than that, I will say I hope you all enjoyed this video. And if you did, don't forget, subscribe, like, do all them good stuff if you want to keep up to date with this series. And I shall see you in the next one. Peace.